Oi, what's the best game where you get to eat pie? What's the best game where you play a dead guy? Aye? You'll find out in VG247's podcast. Here, what's the best game where you swing from a rope? And what's the best game where you batter the Pope? Assassin's Creed 2. Like I said, you will find out in this your podcast. Hello and welcome to VG247's Best Games Ever podcast, in which we attempt to find the best game within a really specific category. Although not that specific this week, and also not that timely, because this week we're doing the best Christmas game, because I was goaded into it last week by either Tom or Connor. I can't remember which one. I think it was Tom. But a lot of reverse psychology was happening last week, and it kept working on me, so I promise to be better next time. Alright. So, best Christmas game in September. The definition of a Christmas game has to be really willing, because are there any like explicit Christmas games?
Yes.
That we didn't cover last time?
Yeah.
Because we did this last year, obviously at actual Christmas time, and Nights into Dreams, the Christmas magazine mod, came up because people were really scraping the barrel for Christmas games. Anyway, all right, let's get to it. First of all, let's hear from Tom.
We're not introing everyone. Like, who's on this
podcast?
Who
am I? Who are you?
Who's even turned up today?
Everyone knows who we are.
Who is that man that looks like he's either in a public child's parent changing room? I'm not sure. Is that a baby change next to you, Connor? I can't quite tell. Where are you?
I'm in my new room. With a lot of nothing on my walls and a lot of...
Does it have padding and stuff as well?
Yeah, it does. It does. It's got padding in there, so I don't hurt myself. Yeah.
Have you got a maple leaf tattoo?
I do have a maple leaf tattoo now.
What's the story with that?
I went to Canada and...
is that it?
Yeah, it's literally it.
It's not an entry requirement.
I went to Canada and another writer... Well, someone else who was there called Sam Greer, former writer, was getting a tattoo, and I was like, okay, let's get a tattoo done. Like, I'm in a different country.
I'm in Canada.
Yes.
That was it.
Of all the random tattoos you could have got, you were like, oh, I'm gonna get maple leaf.
Well, yeah,
are you ever gonna go back to Canada?
Well, that's the thing. Like,
you should have had the guy from Due South. You
never know when you're gonna get the opportunity to travel to other countries again, so I thought it would be a nice idea to sort of,
you don't have to get a tattoo.
Everyone who sees that is going to think that you're Canadian now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sure. I really have to get more tattoos of different countries I go to, I suppose.
Just make sure you only go to countries people like then, like Canada. Actually, it's probably a good one.
What countries don't people? I mean, I'm from England.
I'm not going to list countries people don't like.
Yeah, list the countries people don't like.
I'm not going to risk offending.
Don't get an England tattoo, though.
No.
England.
Just all over your back, isn't it? Just the flag.
Yeah, you can't get an England tattoo. England is the one country everyone doesn't like, and it's fair game as well. So you're allowed to say that one. All right, okay. Sorry, that's really sidetracked me. That is right. Okay,
so
Tom.
we've got Kelsey and we've got Connor and me.
Yeah.
On this episode.
I was going to say, everyone knows this by now. Anyone tuning into this already knows who we are, surely.
Just imagine we're getting new listeners, Jim.
We are.
We never do. We get three new listeners, and they can catch up with context clues. Surely.
Don't people from the company listen to this? Should we be saying that we get like new listeners every week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the up and the up.
Yeah,
Constantly.
like hundreds and thousands of new listeners per week.
Connor, who is aware that people from the company watch or listen to this, and he's dressed like that.
Connor doesn't give a fuck.
It's working.
Can I swear on the podcast?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind.
But that's your thing.
Yeah.
This is like an in character moment almost.
Yeah, it's all kayfabe. I don't usually dress like this.
Yeah, kayfabe. It's not kayfabe. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I am joined by Tom, Ari, and Kelsey. I thought you would be, Tom, pleased that for once I didn't open with a gag about how you are old.
I just want some professionalism.
That's not. You're on the wrong website for that, surely. Right. Okay. Tom, what is your Christmas game for September?
It's Football Manager.
Is it actually Football Manager?
Well, it would be if I couldn't pick it anymore. But Football Manager is the classic game to play at Christmas because you suddenly have more time.
On what?
You have more time
Yeah.
You a lot of particularly when I was younger, you sit around with family and stuff, and what can I play that's kind of engaging but doesn't need all of my brain? Football Manager, and you just have it there on while you're doing sitting around talking and stuff.
It's the kind of game you can have on while you're pretending not to ignore your family. Is that what you're saying?
But I mean, I'm not picking that because that would be going backwards, and we're always about moving forward and doing new exciting things on this podcast. So
yeah.
I mean, exciting's a bit of a reach, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. My pick is a game that is not a Christmas game in any way, although it does have ice and snow in it. So maybe it counts. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's more about the context of it in that one Christmas, my spoilt son, having opened all his presents, was obviously very happy and grateful for everything he'd received. This was a couple of years ago. And then we'd got ready a secret surprise set of packages. Presents, I should say. Packages sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Surprise presents.
Yeah, that's a nice idea. It's good.
Yeah, and so he'd already got way more than what any child should get. But then we thought, I'll just give you some more because that's what parents do, right? You just overspend because you want to feel the happiness your children feel. I think that's it.
Yeah.
So
you want to relive the magic.
Because you lose that. You lose that.
You want them to be happy so that you feel a bit of happiness.
Yeah.
So it's just because it's in the vicinity. So we got him a Switch and a load of games because he's my son and that's what he's into, right? He's into games. And he's seen a Switch because I had one from work that I brought home a few times. And he didn't know he was getting one. We bought him one. I got a good deal, etc. because I think I traded in a load of stuff or something. I can't remember what I did.
Right.
And one of those games was Mario Odyssey. And people were down on Mario Odyssey, right? For some reason.
Who?
I think lots of people don't think it's a great Mario game for some reason.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I think they
are wrong.
Right up there with the very best Mario games.
It is fantastic, yeah.
It's just there seems to be endless things to do in it. And I've played it through twice. He's played it through 3 times now, I think. And he's got the 999 stars in this one. I can't remember. Moons. It's moons, isn't it? I think. Something like that. It must be moons because it's about travel and he goes into space and stuff, right? But the point is that this is the game that he played that Christmas and loved it a lot, and it's got the snow bit in it with the Yeti thing.
This is a bit of a problem, Tom, that we've stumbled into now, isn't it? Because what's your pick, Kelsey?
Well, fortunately, I'd planned for this because I was thinking... I knew that Tom had mentioned Super Mario Odyssey before, and I don't know why, but I had an inkling that me and Tom might go down the same sort of train of thought here.
Okay.
So I do have a backup, but my pick was going to be Super Mario Odyssey.
But you told me your pick.
So
you actually told me your pick before we started recording, and Tom didn't. So
that's not my problem, is it? You should have picked me first.
This is
you
quite
opened yourself up for that, didn't you?
I didn't open myself up for that. You didn't tell me what you were picking.
It's not on me to tell you. You got to ask me.
It is on you. Right.
This is an important moment in the podcast's history as our first ever...
It's actually our first ever clash,
Wasn't there a clash before with me and Tom, but you told Tom beforehand that he couldn't pick it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
When you were doing the job properly that other time.
Why is it always... So the only other time this has happened, it's also been you and Tom?
Apparently.
Yeah.
There we go. So apparently you both like the same stuff.
It is kind of like emphasizes the importance of letting Jim know beforehand, you know?
Yeah.
It was 11:30 p.m. last night when I sent Jim a WhatsApp message of mine.
Yeah. Connor sent me a video note on WhatsApp while he was walking to the gym. I just had it, and it was in almost pitch darkness as well. So it was just his weird sort of ghost horror face walking through the woods, and I was like, all right, okay.
Can we put that on? Can we put that in right now?
Yeah, all right, if you want.
Yeah, I think we should.
With black and white filter and haunting music behind it.
Gym. I'm walking to the gym. And I was just thinking about what my games would be for the podcast tomorrow. And my pick, I think, Oh shit, bird. It's World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye!
So you're submitting Super Mario Odyssey. You don't want to change that, Tom?
No, I think it is. It's the for me. If you take away the Mario 64 at the time, wow factor, amazing of its era, incredible gameness. Mario Odyssey for me is the best 3D Mario game, and because I'm not a massive fan of 2D Mario games, to be honest, particularly the newer ones, probably the best Mario game ever. In my mind,
I think it's the best.
Super Mario Galaxy, though.
I love Galaxy. Don't get me wrong. I love Galaxy and the second one. But for something about this one, just I've not replayed the others like I have this. It's so easy to get back into, and just you're always doing something. And I feel like that is the bit that just drives you along more.
I really like Odyssey. It's like it's every 5 minutes something happens that changes the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you have that lovely moment, that's sort of like the picturesque sort of like family video game moment where your kid gets a new game and they're playing it and you're like sat on the sofa just watching them have a good time? Did that happen with you?
No, he was playing Football Manager.
He was playing football.
Yeah. That's the whole reason you give them something else to do, so you can do what you want. No, not really. No. Obviously, we had the lovely moment. Many lovely moments.
Sorry. Right, okay. So matter of fact, we had several lovely moments.
We had a very
I
nice
tell
time.
them all on this podcast, am I? All right, I'll share all the photos and the videos.
No, it's fine. It's all right. It's just not very. You're not being very convincing. That's all. It's quite funny. That's all. I know you are. I know. I'm not doubting you. I'm not saying you're lying about enjoying time with your family. It's just when you describe it, it sounds like you're.
If I was just very a normal sounding person, it would not be amusing at all, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah. It just sounds like you sound like you sound like a robot, just like attempting to fit in with humanity and going, yeah, I love my family.
It's quite rude.
That's not rude. I'm just saying, but you've got a manner about you, haven't you, Tom? And that manner is of someone who doesn't.
Deliberate manner. It's a deliberate. I've told you this many times, Jim.
Yeah.
It is a put-on affectation for this podcast.
But it's a put-on affectation for literally everything I've ever appeared with you in.
Yeah,
not just this podcast.
And all those things, yeah.
And in real life, and every time we've been to lunch.
I've got to keep it. I'm very like, what's it called? When actors go full like
method.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Full method.
Yeah, you go in method as the Terminator. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Look, Kelsey, now that you've had to like hastily change tack, what have you got for us?
I don't even know if I'm going to say this right. And you know what? I've not played this game. I don't care. This is Tom's fault. But I do think this game looks really interesting and wanted to see if anyone else had played it.
Yeah.
And it's Cthulhu Saves Christmas. It's about Cthulhu saving Christmas. And it's like a Final Fantasy style JRPG. But it's about this one creature saving Christmas. And it actually looks really charming and cool.
It's an RPG Maker game, isn't it?
I don't even know.
I think I've heard of this.
I've heard of it, but I've not played it.
Yeah, and you get to fight Krampus and other Christmas League of Evil villains. I don't know when I got this, but I actually want to play it now.
Is it on your Steam account?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you have
that counts. I own it.
You own it. All right. Yeah.
I've been waiting for Christmas to play it. So maybe Christmas can be in September now.
Yeah.
So you've heard this game is good?
Yeah. It's not a popular game by any means, but I've heard it's good, which is why I got it.
What are the Steam reviews like?
Very positive on Steam.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean they know so
There's
much.
205 of them, and a lot of them are saying that the game itself is very delightful.
So what's it about? Apart from Cthulhu saving Christmas, how does Cthulhu end up saving Christmas?
I think he lost his powers or something and has to go and get them back.
What is
rescuing
Cthulhu?
Santa.
What is? Is it a monster?
It's
like a
a-
H.P. Lovecraft creation.
Yeah.
He's
Is it like
a
a
monster
beast
with
of some
tentacles.
sort? All right, okay.
Yeah.
You can't gaze upon it, otherwise you go mad.
But yeah, he basically has to go and navigate this, what looks like a really cute world, and save Santa from various Christmas-related villains. So it's about as Christmas as it gets, but it's actually a really unique concept.
That's a nice, it's a nice twist on Christmas. Also a nice twist on Lovecraftian horror.
I like how it's a game that's actually set in and around Christmas. I think you get points for that, right?
Yeah.
But we can't even be sure if it's actually a good game or not. We just have no idea of knowing.
If we're going to trust the Steam reviewers, it looks like a pretty good game.
I mean,
we can't necessarily
the
trust
ratios
Steam
are pretty
reviewers.
good. It's got 211 positive reviews and 24 negative reviews.
Oh.
I just
What
had
do
the
they
trailer
say?
playing very loudly in my ear. But yeah, all right. That's I think that's a pretty good pick, even though you haven't played it, and for all we know, it could be total
This was
shite.
because I was robbed of Super Mario Odyssey.
Like Borderlands 3 has amazing Steam reviews, and that game's wank.
It's a bit strong now.
Oh, how raging
It's
will
not
you be?
great.
How raging are you going to be later if, and I stress if Tom wins with Super Mario Odyssey?
Oh, that'd be fine, because he actually,
I wasn't
he's
asking
played
you.
that, because he's played that game.
I'll be pissed, but it is what it is.
Just,
I'm just out here trying to beat Connor in terms of points. So it's not
hard.
the end of
It's
the
not
world. As long as
hard.
Connor isn't winning, I'm fine.
Yeah.
well, I mean, we're going to have to see, aren't we? Connor, what have you picked?
You know, for
I'm
my
pretty
game,
sure you've picked this before, actually. But yeah, tell us what you've picked.
you know, for my game, I wanted to pick something that not only actually featured, the Christmas spirit and like the holidays itself and the experience of giving gifts, receiving them,
Okay.
and like hanging out with people, having a good time, while also being, just a really good game that I've actually played and had a good time with. Which is why I picked World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade.
Not again.
Oh god.
No, that's not
Can
true.
we, just before you carry on, Connor, can we skip the boring part of the next, what you're going to say, and just do the actual interesting bit?
Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. World of Warcraft every year has a set of like annual events, right, that kind of line up with real world events. In World of Warcraft, you have the Feast of the Winter Veil, which is Christmas, basically. There's big Christmas trees. You can gift each other. You can give players gifts. Have like Christmas hats, eggnog. Those little candy sticks, that sort of thing. There's a reindeer. You can get like little things that turn your mountains into reindeer.
Yeah.
And there's big Christmas trees in all the capital cities. And for a brief period of time, World of Warcraft is like covered in Christmas joy. And I picked the Burning Crusade
Covered in joy altogether.
because you go to Outland and in Chatrath there's a big tree, I think, and lights. And it's
Yeah.
all very cool to walk around the main city and see all these people who are spending their holidays doing dailies and farming out reputation and, other sad activities. And they could
Okay.
be spending time with their family,
Right.
giving gifts to each other and having a nice time.
Can I just...
The Burning Crusade is the best expansion, so
Okay.
that's why I picked that
Didn't
one.
you say this about the last expansion that you spoke about?
Well, it probably was the Burning Crusade.
No, it wasn't the Burning Crusade.
was it?
It was the other one. It was Wrath of the Lich King, I think it was.
I think I was playing at the time, and I was a really good fan of that because I had a guild in that, which I stole money from.
You've
A guild that you
contradicted yourself.
betrayed, yeah.
How have I contradicted myself?
Because you said Wrath of the Lich King was the best expansion
No, I
last time,
didn't.
and now
I think
you're
I
saying...
said that I played that at the time. I was playing that at the time because it was classic after Lich King.
All right, okay.
The Burning Crusade is the best expansion. It's true.
Is this only the second time you've submitted World of Warcraft? Or
It
have you
is the
submitted
only
it
the
before?
second time I've submitted World of Warcraft. Yeah, it's a
pretty sure
game
you've
with an
done it.
actual Christmas event. It's got reindeer and it's got like Krampus. The reindeer's named after Chris Metzen, which is a bit.
It's quite amusing because it's the
Suspect,
second
yeah.
time that Tom has submitted Super Mario Odyssey as well.
Yeah, he doesn't get any flack for that because
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because Tom has consistently said that that's the best game. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you're saying that
World
two
of
different
Warcraft
expansions are
is
the best.
fantastic. I picked the Burning Crusade, number one, because I think it's the best expansion. Number two, it's because I like how they decorate the capital city in World of Warcraft. And, you actually get to give gifts to people and, like, throw snowballs at people. And if you play for a really long time, what you can do is if you do all the achievements for all the annual events, you get to Christmas. And if you do all the achievements for that, you get yourself a present, which is a nice big purple dragon, which is quite nice.
Is that a
So it
mount?
kind of encapsulates the whole thing. It's hanging out with people, having a good time,
Yeah.
getting presents, throwing snowballs.
Spirit
and just,
of giving.
The spirit of giving. You even get a buff that gives you more spirit.
Does the player base generally sort of change its attitude over Christmas? Does it get
No,
into
they're
the
still
spirit?
they're
Are
still
they still
shitty
assholes?
and horrible, yeah.
Okay, all right.
But like the aesthetic changes, and
Well,
a lot of
that
people
just-
set
that
some time
juxtaposition.
aside.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: people set time aside from their usual miserable activities to, give each other presents and throw snowballs and have a good time and mess around with reindeer, which is what we all do, really.
So when they're not taking part in the Christmas activities, they are doing stuff
going back
in the
to
game
raids
that
and dungeons and
you yourself describe as miserable.
professions. Well, it's miserable in a good way.
Right, okay.
That's the genre. Like, what do you want me to do? Tom asked
It's the
me to
misery genre.
Tom asked me to skip the boring bit. I can break down how,
But the boring bit was going to be like the history of like all the lore.
It's like Grindhouse. It's supposed to be rubbish. You don't get it.
it's not supposed to be rubbish, but it is supposed to be
Yeah.
challenging and somewhat. I'm not going to say the same phrase that I said last time because it did just lose me the episode.
Yeah.
But there is meant to be peaks and valleys. I was
Yeah.
playing hardcore classic WoW recently, and I spent
Yeah.
a full 50 hours on a character, which
Yeah.
then died, and I had to delete. And I think that
That just seems stupid.
it's great. Just because you have a family and you have better things to do with your life, for the idea of throwing away 50 hours of your life seems
Honestly.
Yeah, that's
I've
true.
I've not spent 50 hours on anything,
not even Football Manager.
probably like for 10 years or more. Like I can't see how, but to do it knowing that it's all going to be lost.
I mean, I've
This
got
is
a
what you
family.
do when you just don't have other responsibilities.
Yeah.
Well, that's life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nothing lasts forever, and you got to value what you have while you have it, which is why Christmas is so important, Tom.
Yeah, that is true. He's made a good point there.
My game and story was all about Christmas.
No,
yeah,
it isn't.
the game wasn't
Yes,
about
it was.
Christmas.
Game
It
No, it
wasn't
wasn't.
remotely
It
about
was-
Christmas.
it was-
The game
There's
isn't
a
remotely
Snow
about Christmas
Kingdom.
at
The
all.
game's
was
about
pretty
putting a
Christmassy.
fucking hat and a dinosaur.
My
It was-
game is great, and it
And
has
you
a
can get Santa
dedicated
suit.
Christmas event. It has Christmas trees and
But
reindeer and everything.
it doesn't really provide Christmas spirit. You just said
It does.
that
It
people
literally
are awful,
provides spirit at
horrible
Christmas.
people. Whereas my choice is all about the Christmas spirit and the joy
It is.
that is experienced by children.
Yeah, we're really
Right.
getting that from your tone and how you're kind of expressing that. My game has a Christmas event where you literally get a numerical value of increased Christmas spirit.
That's not real Christmas spirit, though, is it? That's reducing the concept of Christmas spirit down
Can
to
you dress up as Santa?
You can. You get green and red Christmas Santa hats that you get from presents that you can give people.
Yeah, but do you get a whole Santa outfit?
You
not just
do.
a
You
hat?
can buy not a Santa. You can buy elf outfits, red and green.
You can't get a
capitalism.
full
Now we're
Santa
talking.
outfit.
That's the Christmas
It's not good
spirit.
enough.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Mario
just-
Odyssey has got a Santa outfit.
wow.
Has
It
it?
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this changes everything. Okay.
What,
This was going to be my entire argument.
Yeah.
well, the presence of one Santa outfit does not
But-
Christmas
You
game
go
make.
on about
Throw your
how-
Santa hat around.
You keep going on about how it didn't have any Christmas stuff in it. It's just it does. There you go.
Well,
So
it
your
does, but
argument
there's
is
a mass.
void.
It's not binary. There's a difference between one Christmas outfit and like an entire dedicated period of time on the calendar
I would
dedicated to
argue
Christmas.
that the sense of magic and wonder in any Mario game
Yeah.
is significantly higher than in World of Warcraft, which you've described probably before as like a cesspit of terrible people.
But not during Christmas.
You said it's exactly
You
the same.
said they were. You said nobody's behaviour
They take
changed, and they
some-
were. Yeah.
Yeah, they take
No,
some
but
time out to do
that's
Christmas
not what I said
activities
at all.
before going
That's
back to
not
it.
true. I said they take a break from the usual activities to be more
The
Christmassy,
usual miserable
which is what
activities.
Christmas actually is.
You
we
said
will put
miserable
aside our regular
activities.
lives and
You
we
said
go be
miserable.
kind to each other.
You said they were miserable, horrible bastards, even during Christmas. That's what
I'm
you
a
said.
miserable, horrible bastard, but during Christmas, it changes your perspective. You start to
All right.
appreciate things more, which is,
Gives you a new perspective while you're being a horrible bastard. You maybe
no,
think to
you're being
yourself,
nice.
you're being nice. Okay. All right. Okay.
And also, the outfit, wearing a Santa outfit doesn't make something Christmassy. There's like
Yes,
at
it
least
does.
five. There's at least 5 Christmas films that are all about Santa losing his sleigh and his outfit and his deer and how he's still Santa. And how
Yeah, that's
Christmas
fine,
isn't
but it's all
ruined.
about him getting his suit back.
Yeah, but
Santa suit is fundamentally
teaching the
Christmassy.
main character, which is usually like a kid or a parent who's lost the will to be happy, about like the joys of being, kind during Christmas.
Okay. What's Christmas called in Warcraft? In World
It's
of Warcraft?
called the Feast of Winter Veil.
Okay, that's
quite cute.
That's quite that
Yeah.
is adorable. All right, I need to ask you a question, Connor. If our roles were reversed and I was a contestant and you were judging it, right, and I'd submitted Assassin's Creed Valhalla, would you accept that?
Is there a Christmas, like in-game Christmas event in Valhalla?
There's in-game events that run for a week for I think Easter and Christmas.
Awesome. What do you get as part of that
Halloween.
event?
It's like the main village gets like games and stuff, and like themed games, and I think you get themed items and some quest stuff. I think they probably stopped
I
doing
would
it
consider
now,
that purely because it's a game that, you know, becomes more Christmassy at Christmas.
Yeah.
You go in and it kind of morphs into a different experience. I think
All right.
I would.
But you
consider
keep
it.
telling us how much you don't like Valhalla.
That's not the. I'm not actually
It's
submitting it.
I know,
That's
but
not-
that's the point. Like, you couldn't win off it because you don't really like it.
I
do
love
like
WoW.
I do like it, but I think I think there's too much of it. And apparently Ubisoft do as well, because their next game is going to be about 4 hours long.
Thank God.
All right, I've got one audience suggestion I want to read out. It's quite similar to Tom's, actually. Right, El Regino on the Jim Trinker Discord, which is a thing. Sonic the Hedgehog, because we got a Mega Drive with that for Christmas, and that was the first time we managed to commandeer my grandparents' telly on Christmas Day. Managed to get on before and after dinner that time, and getting some games with the cousins became a Christmas tradition. So, I mean, I think
that's nice. Like the real world
that is
tradition
nice.
aspect to it is nice.
I like that that engendered a tradition of, I mean, presumably commandeering the grandparents' telly every year and playing a bit of whatever the game was.
However, I would note that we really shouldn't give Sonic fans anything at all.
That is
fair,
honestly the
it's
most
true.
true thing you
To
have
be
said
fair,
already.
the first the Mega Drive Sonic was good.
It was.
It
Yeah.
is good, and at the time was incredible.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
if you cling on to that and love all Sonic, then yeah.
Yeah, like, and
That's the
if
problem.
like, you know, if you like Sonic pre-DeviantArt, you're probably all right, but
Yeah.
not since. All right, okay. So look, we've got to pick something now. I'm not doing the jingle again. I need to
have to do
retire
it.
that.
If you
Everyone,
can commit to Twitter bits, you can commit to pressing a button and playing a jingle.
Jim, you're
can't-
making TikToks now. One of them can just be the jingle every week. Just the jingle segment. Easy content, Jim.
You need to commit to it. You do. Also, it's a Christmas episode, which is all about like jingles and stuff. So if you don't do it, then
All
like,
right,
what are we
okay.
doing?
Can you just make sure you've got it in loads of extra work for you? Put some Christmassy bells and things.
you want me to add jingle bells to Dave Ballmer's Jim's theme?
Yeah.
Sure.
As long as it doesn't take you too long.
All right, now we've got to pick something. I hate that I've made that rod for my own back every week now. Okay, all right. I've got to pick something. So I'm going to go through it. I think it would be kind of funny to give it to Super Mario Odyssey.
Wouldn't be funny because
Yeah, I think so too.
think about it for a second, right? 2 people picked it.
Yeah. Two
So
people
it
picked
should
it,
win.
but only one
It should
person
win.
can get the point for it, which is, it doesn't seem fair, does it?
It doesn't
Feels like-
really.
No, I
It's
think it's totally fair, and I think you
It's
should
not
go with
very
that.
Christmassy.
I feel like it's definitely like it has a Christmas outfit in it. It has
Yeah.
snow ice levels, basically Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 people on the podcast think it's the best Christmas game.
Yeah.
And it also has all the wonder and joy of a Mario game, which is exactly what you want to experience at Christmas.
I know you
you're
get-
getting ganged up on, Connor.
I know you get a real rise out of me getting worked up, so I'm going to try my best to compose myself. Kelsey's only saying this because they had to pick a game last minute and they know they're fucked. They've got no
Yeah,
chance.
no, that's
There's no way.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
they have to pick
Although Cthulhu Saves Christmas is a great title, and
It's a great title, and
it's
you know
literally
what?
got Christmas in the title.
Let's redo this topic next year.
Yeah.
And you know what?
We'll have more convincing
I'm sure,
arguments for
it
it.
might even be a good game. We just have no way of possibly
What you need to do
knowing.
is make sure you
Possibly.
sink 75 hours into Cthulhu Saves Christmas before next
And then delete,
Christmas.
for sure, do that.
I mean, you've still
here's the
got a
thing.
couple of months, actually, so, you could do it this year. Because we're definitely doing this again this year, because it's not Christmas yet. All right, okay, so... all right, Cthulhu Saves Christmas. We can't verify whether or not it's actually a good game. So that's out. Sorry, Kelsey. I know, and I do agree that Super Mario Odyssey is the best 3D Mario as far as I'm concerned. And I actually take your point. It might actually be the best Mario game. I think it's great. But am I going to do this? Am I going to do this?
You can.
No.
You can, because if you can,
Am I going to do this?
Because you're not giving it to a special period in.
You know
WoW's
what? I'm gonna give it to Connor this week because
Thank you.
he has
That's good.
submitted something that actually, literally celebrates Christmas in the game. It makes a point of stopping normal activities, not stopping them, but disrupting them in order to celebrate the season. And that's how Christmassy is that. The whole point of Christmas is that everything stops and you can't get anything done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade is a pretty good pick on that front. I cannot believe I'm doing this. I'm really sorry.
And now I'll never bring it up again. The game's gone forever.
My day is ruined.
No more WoW
Tom's
ever
been
again.
robbed.
I'll just have to bring up some other awful MMO.
I think the Tom was robbed people are gonna go mental when this goes out.
but they're all dumb. Tom is
In
never
this instance, they
robbed.
definitely are not.
When Tom is right, he's right. He nails it. I've been on podcasts.
The three
where
Connor
Tom
was
is-
robbed people are going to be so happy because this
me and my two friends.
is like when
Before we carry
St.
on.
Johnston win the league, right?
Do we think my fans are dumber than Connor's fans? Is
No.
that what we're saying?
No, your fans are less dumb than my fans.
Your
That's
fans
smarter than my
are fans are like Stuart Lee fans,
They're die hard,
Tom, because
right?
your fans are people who like jokes that don't have punchlines that everyone else that like the audience has to put together in their heads.
I would have more fans if people didn't get a kick out of me being like the straw at choices. But Tom has great picks. This just wasn't. You just missed. This wasn't one of them.
Super Mario Odyssey is a great pick,
It's a great game. It's not a good Christmas
and
game.
I can't believe I gave it to you, despite the fact, as Tom pointed out, there were literally two people gunning for Super Mario Odyssey, but yeah, I was just on the practicality of it. The World of Warcraft actually is literally celebrating Christmas. If someone had if someone had submitted Valhalla for the same reason, I'd probably have picked that as well.
I almost chose Skyrim. I'm really glad I didn't.
That probably
Probably
would
would
have
have
won.
won with Skyrim.
Just Skyrim
Well,
had
it
Christmas
doesn't
in
have a
it?
Christmas event.
Oh,
Yeah, but you can mod
That's
in
my
some. You
recollection.
can
That's-
mod
yeah.
in. You can mod in some.
It's just the game that I always replay at Christmas.
Yeah.
I was just going to go off that, but
The
then I
whole
was
thing,
like, I don't want to
the
talk
whole
about
thing
Skyrim.
has a Christmas event. It's got hasn't it got bobble hats in it and everything? It's
Yeah, you could have won with that. Oh well.
it's got snow. You can give people gifts. That's
Well,
that would have actually worked.
Before we finish this, because it is now rambling,
Yeah.
do we actually know Connor's location? Is he safe?
No.
I'm worrying about where he is. He says that's his new bedroom, right?
Yeah.
and he's got this Canada tattoo
I don't
all of a
understand
sudden.
just the look of it.
Are you still in Canada?
No, I'm in the
Okay.
UK.
Are you
The
being
worst
held?
thing.
Did you do something over there, Connor?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't. The worst thing about where I'm currently at is that it's a Wi-Fi dead spot in the house. So I've got a Wi-Fi extended, extended thing I'm going to put on my wall. But if that doesn't work, I guess I'll just die.
How are you dialing in now? Just the power of your mind.
I've got an Ethernet right now, but it's like a temporary thing. So
Okay.
wish me luck on that. I promise you, I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you're invested in Connor's Wi-Fi saga, tune in next week. I guess.
I'm good. Honestly. I
All right.
promise.
Okay. Right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. Please leave us a 5-star review. Not that we deserve it this week, but please leave us a 5-star review on the podcast platform of your choice. And I don't know what we're doing next week because we haven't planned that far ahead. But there's
Easter
definitely
special.
Easter special. Oh, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do a run of these, are we? All right, Easter special next week. What's your favourite Easter
Actually,
game?
It should be New
Put
Year's.
up a
first,
fight.
shouldn't it?
Put up some sort
Crying
of fight.
out loud! Right, we're doing the Easter special. No, you've said it now. We're going to do the Easter special because this is the farce that this fucking thing has turned into. All right, goodbye, bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.